Exodus chapter 16. The wilderness of Sin. Having set out from Elim, the whole Israelite community came into the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month, after their departure from the land of Egypt. Here in the wilderness the whole Israelite community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The Israelites said to them, "If only we had died at the Lord's hand in the land of Egypt, as we sat by our kettles of meat, and ate our fill of bread. But you have led us into this wilderness, to make this whole assembly die of famine, the quail and the manna." Then the Lord said to Moses, "I am going to rain down bread from heaven for you. Each day the people are to go out and gather their daily portion. Thus will I test them, to see whether they follow my instructions or not. On the sixth day, however, when they prepare what they bring in, let it be twice as much as they gather on the other days." So Moses and Aaron told all the Israelites, "At evening you will know that it was the Lord who brought you out of the land of Egypt. And in the morning you will see the glory of the Lord, when he hears your grumbling against him. But who are we that you should grumble against us?" And Moses said, "When the Lord gives you meat to eat in the evening, and in the morning your fill of bread, and hears the grumbling you utter against him, who then are we? Your grumbling is not against us, but against the Lord." Then Moses said to Aaron, "Tell the whole Israelite community, approach the Lord, for he has heard your grumbling." But while Aaron was speaking to the whole Israelite community, they turned in the direction of the wilderness, and there the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. The Lord said to Moses, "I have heard the grumbling of the Israelites. Tell them, in the evening twilight you will eat meat, and in the morning you will have your fill of bread. And then you will know that I, the Lord, am your God." In the evening, quail came up and covered the camp. In the morning there was a layer of dew all about the camp. And when the layer of dew evaporated, fine flakes were on the surface of the wilderness, fine flakes like hoarfrost on the ground. On seeing it, the Israelites asked one another, "What is this?" For they did not know what it was. But Moses told them, "It is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat." Regulations regarding the manna. Now, this is what the Lord has commanded. Gather as much of it as each needs to eat, an omer for each person for as many of you as there are, each of you providing for those in your own tent. The Israelites did so. Some gathered a large and some a small amount. But when they measured it out by the omer, the one who had gathered a large amount did not have too much, and the one who had gathered a small amount did not have too little. They gathered as much as each needed to eat. Moses said to them, "Let no one leave any of it over until morning." But they did not listen to Moses. And some kept a part of it over until morning, and it became wormy and stank. Therefore Moses was angry with them. Morning after morning they gathered it, as much as each needed to eat. But when the sun grew hot, it melted away. On the sixth day they gathered twice as much food, 2 omers for each person. When all the leaders of the community came, and reported this to Moses. He told them, "That is what the Lord has prescribed. Tomorrow is a day of rest, a holy Sabbath of the Lord. Whatever you want to bake, bake. Whatever you want to boil, boil. But whatever is left, put away and keep until the morning." When they put it away until the morning, as Moses commanded, it did not stink nor were there worms in it. Moses then said, "Eat it today. For today is the Sabbath of the Lord. Today you will not find any in the field. 6 days you will gather it. But on the 7th day, the Sabbath, it will not be there." Still, on the 7th day, some of the people went out to gather it, but they did not find any. Then the Lord said to Moses, "How long will you refuse to keep my commandments and my instructions? Take note. The Lord has given you the Sabbath. That is why on the 6th day, He gives you food for 2 days. Each of you stay where you are, and let no one go out on the 7th day." After that the people rested on the 7th day. The house of Israel named this food manna. It was like coriander seed, white, and it tasted like wafers made with honey. Moses said, "This is what the Lord has commanded. Keep a full omer of it for your future generations, so that they may see the food I gave you to eat in the wilderness, when I brought you out of the land of Egypt." Moses then told Aaron, "Take a jar and put a full omer of manna in it. Then place it before the Lord, to keep it for your future generations, as the Lord had commanded Moses." Aaron placed it in front of the covenant to keep it. The Israelites ate the manna for 40 years, until they came to settled land. They ate the manna until they came to the borders of Canaan. An omer is 1/10 of an ephah.